Who knows?
What kind of music do we need?
Just like standard fare, just regular old Montrace music is fine.
Okay. Our classic, I think, will do just fine. This might as well be the theme of the campaign. All right. Character sheet, roll 20, ready to go.
Okay.
We're all set.
I went to go close out of this tab.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Also, let us know when you start the recording too.
I'm already. We're good.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most scuffed session, hopefully, of this campaign. I don't think it could technically get more scuffed than this. I don't think. Coming to you live from my car. In the last episode, your party was tasked with going off to the Bracewell estate to borrow a pack of hunting hounds in order to follow up on a lead that Marko discovered at the Locklan family mill. You guys successfully borrowed the hounds after saving Tabitha and Tomas Bracewell from careening off of a cliff after they were caught red-handed in the process of branding 4 stolen sheep that they had taken from the Levex family. Now, Marko interrupted them. They started running. They got into a cart and started riding, but neither of them were very good at controlling the animal, and it was panicked, and it started taking them off towards a cliff. Your party successfully, using various methods, Zana using a flight ability that no one knew that she had, which was awesome. There was Evren, who made one of the greatest decisions of all time ever in any D&D campaign ever of all time and never will be replicated, and is the coolest, most interesting decision I've ever heard of.
I'm glad you think so.
Transmogrified into a wolf in the wolf-raised town of Montrace in order to increase her foot speed to chase after the cart. Marko also helped stop the cart by essentially bear hugging the mule and sort of just calming it down. Just sort of stopped it with his body and calmed it down. Very impressive. Both of the kids were saved, and your party was finally able to conduct your investigation after Armand Bracewell unsuccessfully bribed you guys not to give this information to the Peacekeeper. The Peacekeeper got the testimony from Tabitha and Tomas and sent you guys off on your merry way to take the hounds to go lead your investigation. You went to the Locklan family mill. You followed where the dogs were leading you. There were multiple hounds, and they navigated you guys all the way back into town, first to the courier's office, and then from the courier's office to the Groggy Bee, up the steps, up to the second floor, down the hallway, right in front of the Peacekeeper's door, where there was a shredded up envelope that he tore up that morning. You guys decided it would be a good idea to try and figure out why the dogs led you to that, so you started to try and put the pieces back together of the envelope. Unfortunately, the Peacekeeper happened to arrive back at the Groggy Bee, and Marko was unsuccessful at preventing the Peacekeeper from spotting what you guys were doing. Marko never really lied at all. He didn't lie. He just couldn't really protect you guys from what you were doing. The Peacekeeper found that you guys had his envelope, and he was frustrated with you, demanded you guys give the envelope back, which you did, stormed off to his room, and said that he would talk to you guys about it the next day, and closed himself in his room. Before you guys ended last session, Victor, one of the elders of the town, basically said that he would vouch for you guys and make you honorary members of the town if you managed to put flowers on the grave of Caraman Cromwell, one of the last surviving veterans of the Shepherd's War, whose funeral you guys saw on your first day in Montrace. His caveat, of course, was to put the flowers down before the other flowers that the other townspeople had put down there had wilted. And so that gives you guys a very thin window of time to do that. But in essence, if you do that, he will sort of be your sponsor to the town and sort of vouch for you guys, which that was pretty cool. In addition, before you ended last session, Auguste Millet asked whether or not you guys were done reading his book yet, his field notes on some of his investigations into the Croy burns, which you guys haven't had a chance to read that yet. So he said, okay, you can hang on to it. I just need it back once you're done. Let's see. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. I think we are ready to go. So we will begin the session as we have begun so many before. The three of you, brave adventurers, wake up in your rooms in the Groggy Bee. Now for Evren, the first thing that you're thinking of when your head pops up off your pillow is the last thing you saw before you went to bed, which was the Peacekeeper walking off into the rain late at night.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, that was technically the last thing that happened, I believe.
Yeah.
And you were the only one who saw that. You were the only one who witnessed that.
Okay.
But that's kind of like the first thing that's on your mind when you wake up. Marko, the first thing that you notice when you get up out of bed is that you're pretty sore from the previous day after the whole chase sequence and catching up with the cart. Like, that was some good exercise. And, you know, Goliaths are big, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they get to go full speed very often.
Yeah.
So you're a little sore, but, you know, it was all in a good day's work.
He's got, like, round muscle, not, like, chiseled muscle.
Exactly. Yeah. And Zana, when you wake up, the first thing that you see, the curtains are drawn, they're closed, and you wake up, and what's normal for you to see is the lights that you sort of emit at times. It's not all the time, but every once in a while, there's just sort of an aura around you that sort of is bright and will throw small dots of light against the walls. And when you wake up and you're looking above you to the ceiling, it's a little bit like those starlights you can buy, where it's just the ceiling is just full of tiny points of light. And for a very brief moment, despite all of your sojourns on this mortal plane, there is just a tiny twinge of homesickness that maybe you even forgot, but upon looking at all these tiny little points of light, you're just sort of struck by how far away you are from home. And the three of you get up for the day, you gather your supplies, and you head downstairs into the first floor of the Groggy Bee. Now, as per usual, Selena is busying herself, cleaning things up, getting things ready for the day, and putting out some of her fresh bread, getting some breakfast supplies going. And she's just going about her work. And you see that Colton and Zwara are off in the corner. And you don't see anybody else, any other patrons enter. And it's just you guys at your normal table.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
We're all so tired.
Yeah, it was a eventful day yesterday.
I haven't felt that tired in a long time, to be honest. This place is making me soft.
I feel like I've been asleep for almost a month. That's how bad it was.
That is pretty bad. Maybe you could get some of that a drink that Evren had, the one with the beans.
Beans.
The ones that make you hyper?
Juice. Right.
The ones that wake you up?
Yeah. That would be very good. The bean drink.
I have to be honest, feel like I'm more mentally tired.
Yes.
What the kids were doing, and the peacekeeper acting all strange.
Oh,
God, everything's so confusing.
yeah, about the Peacekeeper. And she's gonna kind of like lower her voice so just these two, her friends could hear. I kind of...
Lean in.
She's like, yeah, leaning in and whispering. I'm not gonna whisper because, yeah, just assume. So it's like, yeah, I kind of saw him sneaking off last night. I'm not really sure where he went, but that was weird. To add on to the other weird behavior he was exhibiting.
He's a nice guy. He probably just had something he forgot to do.
Probably just forgot his office or whatever.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm a little concerned is all.
Maybe another late night delivery.
Maybe.
Nah.
I don't know.
Gentleman.
Don't know what he does outside of his normal work, but...
Maybe we could just ask him if everything's all right. He didn't seem particularly happy yesterday.
Well, I mean, we kind of did sneak into his room and take private mail and go through it. That was all shredded up, but yeah.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't know. But whatever it was, it seemed to upset him a lot.
Well, surely that has something to do with this mess.
Yeah. I'm quickly realizing that everything here is connected in some way. Somehow.
It's like a big puzzle.
Maybe we should make our first objective of the day, or at least at some point check in with the Peacekeeper.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I think we've got a few other things we need to do first. We might run into him. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's at this point that Selena, who was behind the counter, sees the three of you, and you were whispering when you were talking about the Peacekeeper, but as you guys break into talking about your plans for the day, she overhears you talk about that, and she walks up to the table with some food for you guys, some standard stuff, some eggs, and some bread, and she lays it down on the table in front of you, and she just says, "Well, congratulations on getting Victor on your side last night."
Yeah, that was surprising, but I'm glad we're making a good enough impression somehow.
Yeah. When our name is cleared, maybe we might settle down here, at least for a bit, now that we have a sponsor.
Why would your names have to be cleared?
Just look at Marko
Oh.
like...
Marko.
God damn it.
Cleared for the shepherds. And
Roll deception.
Oh my god. God damn it. Marko!
He's getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Okay. Oh boy. Let me think about this for a second. So you said, what was the last thing you said? For the shepherds? Your names are clear for the shepherds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selena.
Selena, who is a great judge of character, and is very in tune with people, gives you a suspicious look. And without asking, she sits down at the fourth chair and stares specifically at you, Marko, and says, "Why should your names have to be cleared? You haven't done anything bad since you've been here."
Shoot, I'm sorry. I'm still waking up. I shouldn't be vague, especially to you after you've been so nice. But we're just trying to work off some debts with the Peacekeeper. But trust me, we're here to help, and only help.
On saying that, she props her chin on both of her hands. She puts her elbows on the table, and she just gets this ornery smile on her face. And she says, "Spill it."
Well, actually, I'm a little vague on the details of my companions here, but for me, I mean, I know it doesn't mean much coming from myself, but it really was a misunderstanding. I was just trying to get into Devier, and I think people were a little superstitious of my appearance, and I still didn't really get a chance to do what I needed to do. But I got thrown in the wagon, and now I'm here.
She takes a moment, and after a beat, leans back in her chair and just starts laughing. And she slaps the table, and she's laughing so hard she has to wipe a tear out of her eye. And she says, "You're not an out-of-town inspector. You're here on work release." And she just starts laughing.
Work release?
Yes, it happens every once in a while. Every small town every once in a while gets a couple prisoners who should have been taken to the Noirast, and they end up getting shipped off to help people. It's a common practice.
I thought we were a special case.
You're special in the sense that clearly your crimes were deemed not bad enough to go to the Noirast. That's all fine and good.
Well, that's good, because I thought that was quite the escalation.
Well, if you don't want people knowing about it, your secret's safe with me. I'm not going to tell anyone.
I appreciate that. You really are the best, and I'll flick 1 gold her way.
She grabs it, and again, with that ornery look, you know how you like test for a bad coin? She like bites it and then winks at you like you were going to give her a counterpiece gold. So you got picked up for looking suspicious, is that all?
I was just continuing an unfinished quest, and I don't know, it just all I asked for. I'm just trying to figure out who Anata is. But everyone just wouldn't answer me. They shut their doors on me, threw fruit at me, and finally the guards just locked me up.
She leans back in her chair and puts a hand on your shoulder and just says, "I'm sorry to hear that. People can be so caught up in their own worlds that they can forget about kindness."
Yeah. Maybe I can... My hope is to make a reputation, a name for myself here. Clearing my name, as I said. And maybe one day I can try again. Maybe with the help of my new friends.
She looks across the table at Evren, and again, quietly, she leans forward, and again, still smiling, she says, "What'd they pick you up for?"
I'll give you one guess. If you have any. She'll just kind of mimic, mirror her stance with, the chin on her hands and stuff. She'll just do that too.
Yeah. She looks at you and she says, "If I had to guess, highway robbery."
Not quite. No, okay, I have to look at my...
Wait, who did you rob?
I didn't rob
Not
anybody.
quite mean.
Okay, I have to... Well, I'm from the Stokeback Woods, originally. I'm from a clan of druids, forest druids. And there were some mages nearby that decided to start messing with our woods, so I decided to show them a little of my, what's the word? Personality, fiery personality, if you will. I wasn't very happy with what they were doing, and I wanted them to know it.
Her eyes go wide, and she leans back and she says, "Oh, you're an arsonist."
Yeah, if you want to go to extremes, yeah. So, just chuckle.
She just starts laughing again.
But yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm glad I seem to be doing some good around here. Hopefully that counts for something. Not just you guys, of course, but other people.
You've been doing a good job of keeping your flames in check as far as I've seen.
No, yeah, I'm on my best behavior. Then again, no one has upset me enough to get to that level of, you know.
Well, I'm sure glad you're on our side.
Knock on wood.
Selena, in a very motherly way, just sort of pats the back of your hand, and she says, "Honey, did they deserve it?
Oh,
yes
absolutely.
Or no? Then there you are. Nothing to worry about."
Well, I knew I liked you for a reason. She'll smile.
She looks over at Zana and just says, "All right, I got a guess for you now. Let's see. Overthrew a government." And she's just sort of smiling. She's just getting a real kick out of this.
So wrong. That's not even close.
The funny part is Max actually knows.
Oh, yeah.
Max knows.
No, that's not close. It's also not as cool. I was just practicing some form in the morning, and I was doing it in public so I could see all the cool people in the town. And I didn't know that my stuff here accidentally makes fire sometimes when I punch. And the food cart blew up, and they didn't believe it was an accident. And I tried to show them again so that they'd see it was an accident, but then they just thought I did it on purpose, which I didn't.
She, again, her eyes go wide yet again, and she's just like, "No. You're the one? You're the one that destroyed that traveling market?"
It was an accident.
They thought it was an act of the gods. There was wind and there was fire. They thought it was a sign.
No, I just didn't know that would happen.
Again, Selena's like losing herself with laughter.
You aren't a goddess, are you?
In your work suck. Sorry, what'd you say?
You're not a goddess, are you?
No.
I mean, that does line up with where you told us you were from.
I should be calling you my worship.
I don't know. That's kind of like bordering on sacrilege, man.
I'm sorry. How would you like to be addressed?
Hey, well, you know my name, right?
Yeah.
That.
Okay, Zana.
That's fine.
Selena looks at you, Zana, and says, "Believe it or not, you're actually not the first starfolk I've seen."
Wait, really?
What now?
Yeah. I have a life outside of Montrese. I went traveling when I was younger. Didn't make it very far, but I saw some colorful characters. The specific divine one that I saw happened to be traveling with the Karnak Carnival one year, but it was many years ago.
Oh my god, it's destiny, you guys. We gotta go with the carnival.
Yeah, maybe we can ask. Meeting another one of your kind?
That would be so cool that more me's have been on the mortal realm and I'm not the only one.
Zana, do you have like any siblings or anything, or is it just you? Or other people like you, you know? Friends?
Here is the fun thing where I'm going to freeze time for a second and on the spot make up something I didn't even really think about.
And I am here for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jane.
I have a big sister. Her name is Lucina.
Oh, really? Can she do the
Yeah.
same things you do? I assume.
No, she's not as cool as me.
Oh, of course.
She's like a boring wizard or something.
Oh.
But she does music, so I think that part's cool.
Gotcha. Well, I've got my problems with mages, but I mean, if there's music mixed in there, I suppose she's cool.
Yeah, that sounds delightful.
Yeah, she's got like a fancy harp that does stuff, but like, I punch fire. Come on.
Whatever works for you.
It's at this point that Selena stands up from the table and in a more serious tone, she says, well, there have been plenty of secrets over the years that have passed into this place and have never left. And I promise you that your secret's safe with me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And trust me, that's all the secrets I have.
And then she winks at the three of you and says, to be honest, an enemy of the state around here might honestly earn you more points than it would lose you.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes back to the counter and picks up a rag and starts cleaning the counter. But after she starts, she looks back up at the three of you and says, oh, don't forget about the flowers. You don't have too much time to do that.
Right. Is
Better
there like...
than-
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Is there like a special place to get flowers, or can it just like, is there... Where would we get them? Or like...
Oh, that's right. I don't think that was ever explained to you.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so it's a little complicated, just a little bit. I'm sure you guys will manage it. Essentially, in order... It's tradition. There's a hill nearby. There are certain flowers that grow wild on that hill. It's called Harper's Hill. You go there, you pick the flowers, you lay it on the grave. The trick is you have to replant however many flowers you take. And the only person who stocks the seeds on the shelf is Montrese Sundries, which is owned by Thesper Blythe.
Believe it or not, we haven't had a chance to visit the store yet.
Oh, really?
We've been so
Well-
busy with our investigation.
I can't say that Thesper has many interesting items, but he does have useful items.
All right. Sometimes it's better to be practical.
Yes, well, listen. This is very, very important. Harper's Hill overlooks the Cursed Valley.
It's not dangerous. I mean, we can handle ourselves, right? But I mean,
Well,
if
seeing as
normal
how
people
everything
climb this hill,
seeing as how everything in the valley is dead, I don't think it will pose much of a threat to you.
what made it dead?
That's not my story to tell. Just, if you go to buy the seeds from Thesper, he might have more information about what actually happened that day.
I understand. Oh, sounds like we know where our first stop for the day is.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest we do that first. But yeah, thank you for the information. That's really helpful.
Absolutely. And you, the three of you, just be careful and do your best. If curiosity gets the better of you, just make sure no one sees you go into the Cursed Valley.
We won't go in there if we don't have to.
If nobody sees you, it's not a problem.
We could sneak in there.
I don't.
I
Do
don't.
we? Do you want to go in there, Zana?
I mean, it's a cursed valley, guys. It sounds once in a lifetime opportunity.
You're saying that like it's a great thing.
That's awesome. How many people sneak into the cursed valley, like, on purpose?
Look, I've heard stories from my elders about people who went into cursed places and never came back. I don't want to end up like that. So
It's cursed
Yeah.
for a reason.
Okay, but did they die, though? You don't know.
they could have.
I could
Could-
barely handle the Croyburn Manor.
You guys are no fun.
I'm sorry, Zana. I
Good
just
crowds.
Look, if you really want to go, I will do my best to protect you. You have my word, but it might be a fight we don't have to pick.
I mean, if someone sees us and it gets us, I don't want to risk that when we're doing well already, you know?
Should our
Fine.
investigation lead us there, then
Well, yeah, that's different, but
so be it.
Okay, I'll hold off on it. Put a pin in that for later.
Maybe we can go on a day where it's nice and sunny.
Yeah, nice and sunny and not cursed.
Yes.
There we go. The perfect condition.
Well, are we ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think I've got my morning fix.
I'm good to go. Yeah.
I got my equipment ready to go.
Okay. If the three of you are ready, then your party will move out from the Groggy Bee. And as you step out, sort of into that main circle that wraps around the fountain, as you guys hook around to make your way to the Sundries, which the Sundries building is basically like right across from you, I believe. It should be on the western side of the town. As you guys walk around that circle, you have to pass sort of the direction of Croyburn Manor and even its shadow, which passes on the ground in front of you as you walk past. Just, there's something different about it than how you viewed the manor before you guys went into it. Instead of it being representative of a place full of unknowns, it's a place full of knowns, some good and some bad. You guys make your way over to Montrace Sundries, which you guys have seen only once before or really taken notice of, and that was when, after you guys woke up during your Croyburn Manor investigation, you guys saw that the Peacekeeper was arguing with Thesper Blythe, the owner of the Sundries place, because someone had swiped his wolf skull ward and it was missing. And so the Peacekeeper had to give him his for a time, and Thesper seemed pretty upset about not having one. But that was like the only time you guys would have really seen Thesper Blythe.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys make your way to the Sundry shop. It's a modest building. It's nothing nothing fancy. Very utilitarian. It's clean, but it's definitely function over form. And you guys walk up the steps and you guys open the door and you guys walk in, and what you're presented with is a fairly organized but small shop that has a lot of basic necessities. Just, you got some barrels, you have rope, you have some tools, gardening, supplies that shepherds would need. You have a lot of standard items just in front of you. And there is a gentleman behind the counter by the front door who has his back turned. And as you guys enter, the little bell above the door rings, and turning towards you is Thesper Blythe. And Thesper is a human man with some red hair, but some shocks of gray working their way through it. Some big old lamb chops, sideburn type deals. And he puts his hands on the counter, looks at the three of you, and says, yes, you're the Peacekeeper's assistants, are you not?
Yes,
Mhm.
good morning.
Good morning. How may I help you?
Yeah, we were just looking to pick up some flowers from Harper's Hill. We're wondering if you had any seeds in stock.
When you say this, he originally nods silently and turns away to a shelf that has a bunch of what looks like seed packets in sort of just cloth things. And he takes like a small cup and he loads up some of the seeds and pours them into this small cloth bag. And right as he turns back around to put it on the counter, like he's about to sort of like ring you up, basically,
Yeah.
he slides it back towards himself. And he looks out the window and sort of peeks around to see if anybody's around his shop. And he lowers his tone and he says, the three of you wouldn't happen to be interested in making a deal?
Is that how things generally work at the sundries?
Oh,
The
crap.
seeds-
Were we supposed to bring trade? Oh, man.
No. The seeds you may buy. It's something that I want.
Well, what is it?
If it's within our means, absolutely.
The three of you went into that manor without a second thought. You weren't scared. You weren't afraid of the curse. I have a request.
Oh, I don't know about any of that, but what is it?
There is a valley beside Harper's Hill where the flowers grow. You'll go there with these seeds. Like everything is normal. You're just there to pick some flowers. But provided that no one is in the area, there's something in the valley I want you to find.
I mean,
And
we won't get in trouble.
As long as you don't get caught.
So we've been told, yes. What is it that you need us to find?
At this, his face sort of drops, and his eyes fall, and he says, my sister, Ilda, she was a fool, and she ran off with the other shepherds to repel the second wave of the Devier army. And she never came home. She always traveled with a copper amulet, a bauble passed down from family member to family member. I want you to find that amulet.
I mean, we can. You don't know us. You trust us with such a thing?
No one else in this town dares go into the Cursed Valley.
Visible excitement.
I think
Well,
I think when he says like no, like she didn't come back, she'll just give Zana a look, like see.
yeah,
Everett.
looks like you've lucked out.
We gotta go.
All right. Well, lucky for you, our friend here was very eager to go, so seems we have a good reason.
He puts his hand up and he says, "The task will not be an easy one. Though the town's members refer to the place as the Cursed Valley, it does bear another, more grisly name.
Uh-huh.
We call it the Valley of Bones.
Why? What? Whose bones?
Everyone's bones. Everyone who died in the second wave. Devier soldier and shepherd alike. They were mass cremated by the Queen's Butcher, Commander Thracius Tau.
So it was a battlefield.
More a place to throw the bodies.
Gods.
Tau is an inhuman monster. Not only did he not want the bother of carrying his fallen soldiers back home, but he also wanted to punish us. So he decided to burn friend and foe alike in the same place, scattering the bones across the valley. So none of us could ever know whether we had actually picked up the bones of our lost ones or the bones of our enemies. So the only thing we could do was to leave them there.
Well, he's a dick.
Oh, great.
This was a long time ago, right? Is he still around?
Tau has climbed up the military ladder. He's the king's right hand, still to this day.
I see.
I'll put it bluntly, I'm terrified of that valley. I can't go, and I certainly couldn't be seen going. But even if someone does spot the three of you, not the first time this town's seen the three of you go into a cursed place and come out unscathed.
Yes, I mean, we'll do whatever we can to help. Do you mind if we let the Peacekeeper know at the very least?
You can try, but he's not in town.
He's not?
Wait, he's not here?
Why?
No. He left early this morning. He came and bought some supplies for me. Apparently there was some sort of a problem with the courier. He hasn't returned yet from his route.
Oh no. Did he tell you? Do you have any idea which direction he was headed?
No, more than likely he would have followed in the steps of the courier who went off towards the Royal Mountains. Let's see, this would have been yesterday, about this time. Peacekeeper told me he'd be back by evening, whether he finds the courier or not.
We did see him yesterday, I thought. Huh. This is getting complicated.
so messy.
I don't mean to hurry you out the door, but if you're here to buy flowers, I'm assuming it's because you intend to lay them on the grave of Caraman Cromwell.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The flowers are getting old by this point. You guys better get a move on.
Right. Yeah, and thank you.
We won't delay any further.
We'll pay for them and then probably head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the seed cost is one, negligible, and two, would have been covered by whatever amount of money that the Peacekeepers entrusted to you for services.
Our
So like,
operation
you guys don't
budget.
have to take any gold out or anything like that.
Okay. Cool.
But you
work
guys have the
expense.
little bag of seeds. In addition, before you guys leave, he says, by the way, Harper's Hill, what you have to do is you'll head to the east, the path that branches off out of town. It starts towards the Royal Mountains and then deviates. You'll want to follow the deviation.
Okay.
Don't continue straight on to the Royals. You'll go too far. Trust me, you won't be able to miss Harper's Hill or the Valley.
I'd rather not go home anyway.
Hmm.
Oh, well, thank you for the heads up. We'll definitely remember that.
Okay, so if your party has all that you need, you have the seeds,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can start making your way out of the Sundries building and up to the north and then to the east on a path that sort of heads off in that direction. This is the same path that Marko was talking about the previous day. That's the same direction that you saw the courier going, and is also like the direction that the Peacekeeper would have headed. But basically what Esper was saying was that it's a separate, they would have taken the mountain pass like straight ahead. You guys are going to start heading that direction, but there is a fork with two sort of primitive signposts and the other post sort of leading away from the mountains, but sort of parallel with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that is the place at that crossroads or at that fork where you guys look, and over these cascading green hills, a little ways off, you see that this path stretches onwards, just sort of riding these hills up and down and up and down. And about 3 hills out, you can see with the even though it's a sort of an overcast day, it's still light enough that you guys could very clearly see that there is a green hill off a little ways where there is just sort of a flurry of color atop one of the hills.
Those must be our flowers.
Hmm. Good flowers, good flowers.
And as you guys continue down this path, sort of following these rolling hills, eventually you arrive at the largest of the hills that you've traversed so far. You almost have to sort of walk up around it. The pathway sort of spirals up around it until it reaches the top. And as you guys walk up to the top, under this overcast sky, you see that there are just these beautiful, pale, sort of purple-white flowers with large petals. And they're just sort of growing everywhere on top of this hill.
Oh, these are pretty.
This is lovely, yes.
I think I like to I'm making this up on the spot, Max, so I just thought of something. So with Evren being a druid and everything, I think she would have a little notebook, which whenever she comes across like a new like flower or something that she hasn't seen before, she'll open it up and then like kind of do a rough sketch of it. That way she has
got
like
a little
memory.
botany, like a little botany journal.
Yeah, that way she has like a memory of it, and then if she ever wanted to like Druid craft it or something, she has a reference basically.
Oh, heck yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think she'll do that real quick if that's
yeah,
okay.
you guys have got time. So, Evren, you're sort of sketching. What are the other two of you doing?
I think I would definitely be picking some flowers, and I'd try to see if I could find just a couple extra within our means.
Yeah. Get all flowers.
Saving for someone else.
You guys were given quite a few seeds, so you don't have to be stingy in how many of the flowers you remove from the hill.
He would definitely take as many as he possibly could then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
as he went.
After she's done with her sketch, Evren will take a few too, as well.
Okay. So each of you are sort of plucking some flowers. And which of you is doing the replanting?
I can. Unless one of you guys want to do it.
Really leave it to the druid.
It's kind of my thought. I was like, I'm the druid, I can do it. Unless one of you guys really, really want to do it, then you can do it. But
I'm very delicate about picking the flowers, but I'm worried I'm gonna damage the seeds.
Valid.
I could do it. What kind of roll is it?
I assume nature.
What, to replant the flowers?
Yeah.
If you want to make a roll for it, you can.
I'm sorry. I am tired brain today.
You're good. I gotta be honest, it's as simple as digging a little hole, like with your finger, and putting the seed in.
Will be totally real. I blanked and came back to, well, I could, but I don't know. So I'm like, what roll are we making? What the fuck is happening?
All right, here's what I want you to do, Zana. As
no, I
penance.
don't want to roll anything.
No. You did this. You brought this upon yourself. Roll performance check.
Oh God.
You're definitely gonna plant the seeds, but I want to see how much of a flourish you put on it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, there we go. How cool does it look?
What?
It looks 5 cool.
Okay. So here's what happens.
Wait, this makes sense. I don't know how your flowers work.
With a 5, what happens is you dig a hole. Like, you just sort of pull up some of the soil and sort of break it up with your fingers. And you stand back up and you do that thing, like when you have a piece of paper that you're trying to throw in a trash can, and you toss it, and it just falls beside the hole. And you pick it back up, stand up, go to throw it down into the hole again, and it also just lands beside the hole. Until finally you just sort of sweep it in with your hand and then cover it over.
Guys, seed planting is boring.
Okay, I think after seeing that and hearing Zana say that, she's like, let me do it, Zana. I've done this. And she'll take over.
And then I just picture freaking Marko just daintily plucking flowers as carefully as possible.
What a good boy.
Sure, Mom's gonna love this.
Oh.
So you guys take the flowers and you sort of have them arranged. You have them in your supplies, taken care of. You don't have to hold on to them unless you really want to. They're pretty hardy flowers, so you don't have to worry about them falling apart. And you guys also picked up enough flowers that you guys are pretty confident that it'll be fine. Evren, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Sure. Okay. Perception. Okay, 16.
With a 16, Evren, as you finish planting the last seed, and you sort of lovingly, you're on your knees, you have this little hole dug, and you very carefully plant this seed. And as a druid, you know exactly the depth that it needs to be planted, and all that stuff. You're doing great. And as you sort of pat the soil down gently, and as you look back up, cresting over the top of the hill, from where you're sitting, sort of on the very edge of the hill, you look down, and before you, stretching out for what seems like a half mile is a large valley. And in this valley, you can see, just visibly, that there are bones scattered hither and yon. And the reason why you can see them is because there is no grass growing anywhere in this valley. And with that perception roll, you know exactly what has happened to this landscape. This landscape has been scorched. So much so that 30 years after the fact, all that remains is rubble, rock, and gravel.
Dang. Oh, jeez, that's way worse than they described it, and she'll kind of point it out to the other two. This is depressing.
Agreed. It might not be dangerous, but I think there's no way nothing happens if we go in there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be in store for something. Are we sure about this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Not really, but
We're
I mean,
awesome.
Well, we've dealt with plenty of weird around here, so yeah. But let's make sure if we're going and that we're not seen first.
Right. I'd like to just scan around for any like bushes, any buildings, or any other hiding spots.
All right, roll
that
perception.
Someone could be hiding in.
Yeah, you can roll perception. You can too, Zana, if you want.
Okay.
Oh, 6.
9.
Good grief.
Oh, our rolls.
Neither of you notice anybody looking at you or watching you.
Okay. It's probably fine, you guys. Come on.
I really don't want to get in trouble.
Me neither, especially with...
Please, do you see anyone around here?
No, but that's what worries me. I'm not so good at noticing things.
Well, I'm really good at noticing things, and I haven't, so...
I wish we could have told the Peacekeeper what was going on. Where
Well,
is he?
he wanted to leave. That's his fault.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Listen, I really want to help the guy out.
Me too. I just don't want to overstep our bounds is all.
Yeah, especially when we seem to be doing so well especially with the shepherds.
Oh, they'll get it. It's fine.
Well, let's get this done.
Yep.
Okay, so if the three of you have made up your mind,
Mm-hmm.
You crest the top of Harper's Hill, and you begin walking down. It's very steep initially, and the drop-off, there's a very distinct point where it goes from that sort of lush green hill into just straight-up barren rock, and just sort of, it's all sorts of bad. The land has been well and truly scarred and has not healed. And because of the light rain that happened the previous night, there are also a series of puddles sort of dotting the valley. Just small pools of water, not very deep, very shallow. And it's kind of difficult to pick your way through the valley without stepping on bones or armor or weapons. It's not easy. You guys have to sort of thread carefully through.
think with his weapon at the ready, he'd be like looking around. Marko would be like looking around, like with a watchful eye, but also like taking a glance every now and then to see if there's any equipment worth taking from any fallen
Yeah,
soldiers.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. If the three of you would like to make investigation rolls, you are free to do so. Just as a DM reminder, what you guys are looking for is a copper amulet.
Okay.
Oh my god. Natural 20, baby.
Damn it, this is 6.
Oh my god.
Let's go. That's without a modifier, too. Oh my god.
Natalie took my good
Lucky.
luck.
We need it. We need this, okay? We need this.
Natalie took my dice roll.
Okay, Zana, what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Oof. And Marko?
6 as well.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Control myself. Here's what happens. Let me rein it in a little bit, okay? All right. So, Evren,
Mm-hmm.
you are making your way through this valley. And your senses are very attuned to everything that is around you.
Mm-hmm.
For the plain and simple reason that this land has been completely disfigured by a powerful flame. And so in your investigation, you're not only looking for this amulet, you are also in shock and awe at the destruction that was unleashed in this valley with flame. And you are disgusted.
Mm-hmm.
Because in your view, as the type of druid you are,
Yeah.
purging fires are always a tool for new growth. They always serve a purpose. But this battle scene, this valley of bones, is just senseless. Senseless destruction. And you are filled with an indignance that you can't quite put your finger on. But as pure as the element of fire itself, you can't put your finger on where this feeling stems from. But I just see Evren sort of turning in circles in a 360, looking around at the destruction. And the fact that nature has not been able to reclaim this for 30 years seems to you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And as you spin, your eye catches something. Something different. Something white. The bones themselves are not nearly as white in comparison to what you're seeing. This object is out of place. And you walk towards it, and lying on the ground, trapped between two rocks, is a crumpled piece of paper.
Okay. Can I get it out from there? Or
Yeah,
is it like
absolutely. You can
she's-
pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna pick it up.
You pick it up, and it's sort of rough-hewn paper, not very good quality, and you uncrumple it, and staring you in the face, in bright red letters, is the word turncoat.
Mm. Is this similar to the Peacekeeper's note that we found or read?
This is exactly like the note from yesterday.
All right. I had a feeling. Yeah, just to go along with, like, yeah, just seeing this whole place, being the kind of druid that she is, and just being, like, naturally, like, attuned to nature and then finding this after having this, like, I think she's just gonna be really, she's shocked. She's trying to process it. Her face probably not showing much emotion while she's processing it, but I think after she reads that, she's gonna turn back to the other. She'd be like, ugh, this is so wrong. Everything about this place is wrong. This especially. And then she's just gonna hold it to show the other two. This look familiar? Because it looks familiar to me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You don't think the Peacekeeper's been here, have you?
I had a concern that when Vesper said that he hadn't come back, that maybe he might have gone through here, especially since it's so close to the path that he was supposed to take, or supposedly took. I think she'll sigh and look back at the paper like, I don't know what this means. I don't like it, though. I don't like anything about this place.
Well, maybe we can ask him when we find him, or maybe the courier.
Well, either way, we need to figure something out.
I'm still willing to look around for this amulet, but I'm afraid combing this valley will take far too long.
Yeah, this is...
It could be anywhere.
I know. I use
So
fire.
odd.
I work with fire, and every druidic practice I've ever had has been with fire, but this is just...
It's a bit much.
It's wrong. Everything about this place is wrong, and it's just I don't want to be here longer than we have to be.
Right. I'd like to help the shopkeep as much as you both, but this shouldn't come before our safety. Besides, this may have nothing to do with our investigation, but that note tells me otherwise. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
With the Peacekeeper, his weird behavior with the note that looks the other note that looks exactly like this, like, there's no way he's hiding.
It just
something.
seems like too much of a coincidence.
No, yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I almost wonder if we're being fed a trail of breadcrumbs. It almost seems too convenient. But
It's oddly coincidental.
I don't like being lied to. That's for sure.
And I don't think anybody does. I don't.
Peacekeeper lied to you?
I'm not saying he did, but this is not looking good for him, at least in my eyes. Something's off.
Well, again, we can ask him. Maybe he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed yesterday.
With two notes that addressed to him. Well, we don't know if this was from him, but it's like the other one that said coward. This one says turncoat, so who knows?
Maybe we can help him. I think he's appreciated our help thus far.
Yeah, well, why did he leave in the middle of the night then? Okay, well...
Maybe he'll be back when we get back. Who knows?
Well, let's just... I don't know. We can...
Anything's possible, but we're not going to learn anything just by standing here.
No, we're not. I'd say we do one more sweep for the amulet. If we don't find it, then yeah, maybe we'll just go. Because, like I said, I don't want to be here longer than we need to be.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't stay longer than midday.
Yeah. We need to get back to put
Okay.
these flowers on the grave too.
Yeah. So you guys haven't gone too far out of your way, but sort of as Marco's saying, you guys are getting into like late morning.
Mhm.
The trip to the valley itself doesn't take very long. And the valley, basically like how you guys have been investigating so far, that note was probably about halfway through the valley.
Okay.
So you guys, yeah, are sort of about like halfway through walking the length of it.
Gotcha.
Also, other point of order, I'm not positive. Hopefully you guys have it written down somewhere, but I think possibly one or two of you might still have points of inspiration. I might be wrong about that.
I don't.
I don't.
I do not have inspiration.
Okay, so they've all been used. That's fine. That is totes fine. Just making sure we're all on the same page. But yeah,
Why does it say
you guys can
heroic
continue
inspiration?
your investigation if you would like.
Yeah.
So all three of you can roll investigation yet again.
All right.
9.
15.
I don't think I've rolled above.
6.
Okay. Here's what happens. Evren, with your 15,
Mhm.
you continue walking along sort of the middle of the valley, taking in the scene. And there are some large boulders
Mhm.
that have sort of rolled into the valley. And you're sort of tiptoeing around some of these larger puddles. Like between the bones and the puddles, there's not a lot of places for you to step.
Right.
And you step right beside a large puddle. It's shallow, but it's large. And in the light that's coming from the sun as it briefly peeks through the clouds, something shiny stares up at you from inside the puddle.
Okay.
But it's just the edge of something because it's underneath this boulder.
Hey Marko. Can I get you to help me with this? If it's I'm assuming it's a pretty. She might have trouble with trying to move it on her own, right?
Sure, Evren.
Oh yeah, it's a big old boulder.
Okay. Big. Hey, I found something under this boulder, but I'm gonna need some help moving it, if you don't mind.
Of course. It should be a piece of cake.
And she'll try to help, so it's like, I'll still try to help a little bit.
Okay.
She'll try to help too.
Absolutely. So you can go ahead and make a strength check, just a straight up and down.
13.
Okay. With a 13, and since Evren is also helping push, Zana, are you helping push as well?
I don't see why not.
Okay. With all three of you pushing together, the boulder doesn't move out of its place, but you do sort of rock it to one side, and the object is now reachable.
All right.
Okay. Evren can grab it. Hold it up for me, guys. I'll get it. And then she'll grab it.
Take
Okay, so you grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do.
Okay. Oh, God.
Let's see. Make a dexterity check.
Just a flat dexterity check?
Yep.
Okay. 7.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, Marko and Zana holding up the boulder, you reach down into this puddle and you grab this shiny object and you hold it in your hand. And a shudder shoots through your body as you grab this object. And it is so intense that you immediately just instinctively have to drop it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just falls to the ground. It doesn't break or anything. And from the ground, looking back up at you, is a very coarse, rough-hewn copper amulet.
Mm.
And I want you to take 1 point of psychic damage.
Okay. Got it.
All you know is that you feel there's a sort of a generational darkness. There's something that this amulet being in this place for 30 years is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you sense that if an object could be sick, this thing is sick.
Okay.
What's the
Yeah.
matter?
I just got a really bad feeling from that thing. It's just
Right.
if like it being here for so long, I just feel like there's something wrong with it, or I don't know how to describe it.
You don't think it's cursed, do you?
I don't know. I mean, this place is called the Cursed Valley. It's very possible, but I don't like it. We need to be careful with that thing.
If you're worried about your safety, then just leave it. We can explain the situation.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Last thing we need is for either of you to get hurt.
I mean, we did find
That
it.
shit's
It's here.
probably evil.
Look, there was no danger getting here. We can always tell him that there's nothing to fear in the valley itself. That clearly something dark is going on with that amulet.
Yeah, and the last thing Montrace needs is a cursed amulet among it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you for helping move that, at least.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought I'd say it, but there are some quests that are not worth completing.
Unfortunately.
Marko, as you say that, you hear high, high, high above your head the cry of a lone bird. And you look up, and circling above you, this shadow far in the distance. You can't tell what kind of a bird it is because of how far away it is. And because at this point, based on where the sun is, you kind of have to shield your eyes to look up. And as you stand there, the three of you sort of started to walk away. This bird swoops down low to the ground, glides over the surface of the ground, and with both of its talons, snatches up the amulet and keeps flapping. And it flies directly in the direction of Zana. And it flies up over her head and lets go of the amulet.
Oh my god.
What the?
What the fuck?
Can I just... are my reflexes good enough to try and swat it away?
After it lets go of the amulet, you are welcome to try and roll animal handling. But at this point, it has already...
I mean like
dropped
the amulet. Like
The
just
amulet.
whack the amulet out of the way.
Oh, interesting.
It would never hurt a bird.
Ahead. Yeah, no, absolutely. You can make
Marko
a
would
dexterity
never.
check. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh! I gotta roll good, man! That's a 4!
Oof.
Okay. So you just whiff. You don't
Just
take any
slap.
damage or anything. You have the idea, but already this amulet is falling like right onto Zana. Like it's right in her reflex zone. It's
I was
right.
like,
It's either gonna hit you on the head, or you got to do something.
I was gonna say, I think just like out of reflex of, oh, something's flying at me, she'd probably like try to catch it.
Okay. Roll me Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
That's kind of weird, champ. That's a 7. I have a +0.
Okay. With just a 7, it flies through the air, and instinctively you go to touch it. You go to grab it. And you catch it in your hands. And nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel any psychic damage. You don't feel any dread from the item. It's just an amulet.
Evren, I think the curse thing is broken.
What are you talking about?
Are you all right? I'm sorry, I wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
What do you mean there's nothing wrong with it?
Like, it's an amulet. It's just made of. There's no like, no bad stuff, you know.
Maybe
Evren and Marko, both of you roll perception.
Okay. Oh my god.
Maybe you broke it. I don't know.
Oh my god, 11!
15.
What is going on?
Evren, you're the first to notice it, but it's so obvious you both do, but you definitely before Marko.
Mm-hmm.
As Zana is holding this amulet and turning it over and over in her hands, you just see this light start to radiate from Zana. And these small little dots of light shining out, hitting the different boulders and rocks in the valley, catching reflections off of metal armor and weapons, and it's just sort of shining and reflecting off of everything, and it just grows and grows and then slowly fades.
Zana, are you okay? What was that about?
Huh? I feel fine.
Did you see that, Marko? Please tell me you saw that.
Yeah, something about you. It's maybe your divine aura, in effect.
Maybe. I definitely know how that would work. Probably.
You don't?
Well, like, I have it, but, like, I do aura like I do breathing. Like, it just happens. I don't study it.
Well, as far as I understand, it seems you're too good to be harmed by this thing.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Like literally too pure.
No, Marko. I got it the first time. You're so kind. Thank you.
Oh, what does that say about me? Because that thing hurt me.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
I'm not sure I would do much better for myself, Evren.
It's at this point, as the three of you are sort of just, standing in place, watching as Zana just sort of holds the amulet and sort of just inspecting it. You just hear the distant cry of that very same bird as it flaps away and crests over the top of the valley and disappears out of view.
What a nice bird.
What was that about?
Why did
Perhaps another one of your shape-shifting friends, Evren?
I don't think so.
If you're a person, come back down. We won't harm you.
If you're a person, get back. I think it's like far and away by now.
Yeah, it's out of earshot by this point.
Yeah, I'm not going to think about that for the rest of my days. Well, at least we have what we needed.
All right. Well, I mean, if Zana can carry it without it hurting her, then well, maybe we can take it. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be just fine.
We should most definitely.
I want to leave, like, now.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back.
Okay. If the party's in agreement, you guys make your way back the way you came, back through the Valley of Bones, very carefully, making sure not to disturb anything. Marko, if you would like to make a separate investigation roll to see if there's any item inside of the valley that would be useful to your armor set, you are free to do so.
I gotta refresh my browser. I got 9.
A 9?
What is going on?
You look, and honestly, you don't see anything in good enough condition that it would be worth taking with you.
That's
It is
about right.
truly a desolate scene, and any of the remaining weapons or armor are in such poor shape that they wouldn't do you any good.
Fair enough. One of these days I gotta get a proper kit.
But you guys make your way back. You crest Harper's Hill, and you very carefully make your way around the flower beds. And as you guys make your way back towards the path, headed back towards the fork in the road, you look back just one last time. And I imagine Evren hanging back last of all, looking again on the Cursed Valley, the Valley of Bones, in a place where nature has seemingly given up. And Zana and Marko, you continue walking. And Evren, you hang back for a moment. And for a moment, you're filled with an indescribable sorrow. But then you look down at your feet. You look down at Harper's Hill. And you see this wreath of flowers that grows on this hill just beside the valley. And for a brief moment, you imagine the valley full of flowers. And this fills you with hope. And then you join the others. And the three of you make your way back to Montrese proper. After walking for a little bit, you guys arrive back in town, and you guys can decide what you want to do first.
Are you still feeling all right, Zana?
Yeah, I'm feeling great.
Okay. If you can hold on to that amulet for a little longer, we should probably get the flowers planted or laid at the grave.
I would agree, yeah. Go do that first.
Sorry, what are you guys doing first?
The flowers at
laying
the grave.
the flowers at the grave.
Okay. All right, cool. So you guys walk the path past the sundries down to the south of town, and it's off to the side there. You guys passed it. You guys know where it is by this point. You guys walk into the graveyard, and again, it's not a stereotypical graveyard. There are some headstone-esque structures, but for the most part, the most notable thing about this burial site are the fact that there are actual mounds of earth and soil and grass and flowers that compose where the actual grave sites are. All three of you roll perception.
Sure.
Okay. Please be above a 12.
Ooh.
Please. I'm begging you. Modified 20. Thank goodness.
22.
7.
Okay, so Zana, you're still transfixed on this amulet, and Evren and Marko, you guys start making your way through the burial mounds, and Evren, you see this first and walk over to it, and then Marko follows. There's a sort of a crude stone obelisk next to a bunch of fresh soil. And you can see that this is where the remains of Haskin Croyburn have been placed. And there are no flowers on this thing.
Oof.
And as you
first one.
as you guys continue walking, with your perception rolls, you also look up and notice that there is the veiled woman standing beside the mound that has flowers covering it. And you would recall from your conversations with Auguste that this is Dahlia Cromwell, who is the daughter of the deceased.
Gotcha. Oh. And she'll, I think, Evren will, like, pull on, Marco's, like, waist or hand or whatever she can reach.
Yeah.
And then, like, motion him to, like, lean down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's Dahlia. That's the daughter, right?
And we shall be respectful, and nothing but respectful.
Well, yeah,
So I must admit this is a little odd given our experiences.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, should we wait? Or what do you think?
As much time as she needs.
Okay.
You guys are close enough. You guys are being quiet, but it's also deathly quiet at the site.
Mm-hmm.
And the three of you are caught up together. Zana's beside the two of you. And with one sort of fluid motion, the veiled woman doesn't say a word, but turns her head in your direction and motions gracefully with her hand for you to approach.
Oh.
Oh, you look at Marko in surprise, like, okay, let's go over there then. And just start walking over.
Yeah.
Zana?
Mm-hmm.
You coming?
Yeah.
Okay. And head over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Dahlia is standing sort of off to the side, next to the burial mound, and is just standing there with her hands folded and clasped in front of her, and she's just sort of standing there.
Hi. Sorry, we didn't mean to disturb you. We just... And then I think Everyone's gonna pull out some of the flowers she picked. We, brought some flowers to lay here, if that's okay.
That would be the first thing I do, is just lay out flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't say a word. She doesn't speak to you. But she sort of clasps her hands in front of her and then, gestures to the grave site, sort of encouraging you to go ahead.
Okay. Everyone will give her a nod and then go over and gently and respectfully place her flowers that she picked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I would just kneel down as slow and gently as possible. And lay flowers down on the foot of the grave. Foot
Max,
of the obsidian thing.
if I may,
Mm-hmm.
could Evren very quietly, like, to herself, really, could she, like, whisper, like, maybe, like, I'm making this up on the spot because I just thought of it. I thought it might be neat. Like a druidic, like, prayer for, like, the deceased.
You absolutely can do that.
I think after she places her flowers, she'll just like kneel and then probably to herself like whisper it in Druidic, and it probably won't last very long, a minute or so, and then stand back up.
After you finish and get back to your feet, the veiled woman turns to you and just very subtly just sort of gives you a nod, kind of a half bow.
Evren will return the gesture. And then step back so the other two have room to do what they need to do.
You definitely just nod his head in as much silence as he can muster, but just can't help but mutter like he was such a good kid.
Okay, GM note here. Just so you guys are at the grave site of Caraman Cromwell. Who's
it's not the
the
brother.
grizzled old veteran. You guys
Oh.
walked past the grave of Haskin on your way there.
Oh, I
Mhm.
see. Okay.
She is not mourning at Haskin's gravesite.
Okay, I understand now.
So I will let you just retcon whatever you just said into something else.
Okay.
Because I might not have made that clear.
Okay. We went there with the intention to visit Haskin, but then we caught this veiled woman. Okay.
You went there with the intention to visit Caraman Cromwell's gravesite. You guys happened upon Haskins, who was the evil brother.
That's the evil brother.
Whose remains they took to the gravesite.
Herman's the good brother.
Right. That's why that's why I was saying
Yeah,
disbelief.
yeah.
He seemed all right. Yeah, he would definitely just bow his head in silence and only speak when spoken to.
Yep. No, that's great. You threw me for a loop there. I was just like,
I was
what?
definitely lost.
No, you said that.
So random. Just like
I
he
wasn't
was
the
such
only
a
one.
good
I don't
kid.
think.
No,
What? You
I
didn't know him.
I knew who you were talking about, Max.
I knew exactly. Yeah. It just took me off guard. I was like, what? What a random thing to say.
Mitchell said kid. I'm like, nope, wrong person, Mitchell. Wrong
Oh, that's
person.
so funny. No. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, if the three of you have laid your flowers down, that's all there is to do there. You did that well. Well done, players. Good job. You know what? Screw it. All three of you get a point of inspiration.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll take that.
Hey.
For how well you've done this session so far, and doing what you just did in the way that you did it, that's inspiration point worthy. Do it.
Thank you.
Let's go.
It's very clear from just standing there for a beat that Dahlia is still just standing there. She doesn't look like she's planning on going anywhere for a bit.
Okay. I think after we're all done, Evren will just look over to Rick. Sorry to disturb you, my lady. We'll leave you be. And then she'll give her another nod and then start heading off.
Okay. Marko, Zana, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, he would definitely give like a little, like a furrowed brow at Haskin's grave. Just kind of like,
he was a good
I don't know how to
kid.
feel. Like, that's just so weird to him, having actually talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
And now knowing everything he knows.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's sad.
So if the three of you are done here at the gravesite, you can make your way back to the Sundries building. You guys walk up the steps, and you open the door, and the bell rings like it did earlier this morning. And similarly, you enter the building, and this time you don't see Thesper behind the counter, but you hear some motion from the back, sort of like the storeroom area in the back of the shop. And after the bell has rung, Thesper's head sort of pops out from behind a corner, and he says, "Back so soon?"
Yeah.
Yes, it was
We're
largely
really
difficulty
good.
free.
Before you guys can say anything or show him anything, he sees that you're already back and sort of his face drops again and his eyes dart down and he says, "I don't blame you for not going into the valley. I don't know what I expected."
No, we found it, dude.
"What?" And
Yeah,
then
so
he
I pull it.
runs into the room.
Yeah, she'll hold it up like,
With
yeah,
little resistance, actually, other than a slight sense of uneasiness.
That place is.
and the rock.
Yes,
found
under a
it.
massive boulder.
We found it. Yeah, we found it under a massive boulder. These two were able to help me get it out. It affected me. It gave me very weird feeling, but it doesn't seem to affect Zana. I don't know how it will affect you if you touch it.
I didn't touch the darn thing, but I would refrain from touching it without gloves or something.
He reaches out immediately, like to receive it from Zana, expectantly.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it to him.
Hold on.
He clasps it in his hand and sort of presses it between his two hands, sort of feeling the shape of it in his palm. And he opens his eyes and he says, "Thank you. This is the only trace of Ilda that I will ever have."
You are very welcome.
Yeah,
"Well,
glad we could help.
a deal is a deal. Follow me." And he puts the amulet into his pocket, and he takes you guys into an upper room back behind where the storeroom is. Sort of like an unoccupied attic. If this was a house, somebody could live up on the second floor, but it's just sort of a storage area. And he roots around in a couple of old trunks, and he pulls one out, and he says, "None of the items up here are to be sold in the shop. They're more special. I've picked them up over years at curio shops or in my travels overseas. You three are free to take one item each, free of charge."
Ooh.
And he spins the trunk around, and he opens it up, and I'll go ahead and tell you what is in there as soon as I turn my car light on so I can read my index card.
Oh.
Okay, so inside of this trunk, there is a bloodstone, which is essentially like a gray-black stone that has red flecks in it. It's like a precious stone. There is a small bottle that is labeled Alchemist's Fire,
Oh.
which you, Evren, definitely would know that this is essentially the medieval version or the fantasy equivalent of like a Molotov cocktail.
Gotcha.
It has
All right.
sort of like a sticky substance on the inside that ignites when met with air.
Gotcha.
So if you break it on something, it will catch fire.
Okay.
There is also a slender vial of very expensive looking perfume. There is also a jug that has sort of markings crossed off of it, like the jug has been used multiple times for multiple different things. But when Thesper grabs hold of it, he looks at the three of you and says, I want the three of you to understand that I offer this to you purely based off of its own value. I don't care what you do with it. It's none of my business after it passes from my hands. This is Dream Lily. It's highly illegal in a lot of different places. It tastes like whatever your favorite beverage tastes like. However, there are some side effects. So be careful if you take it for yourself, and or if you end up slipping some into the cup of your enemies. And the last object in the box is a small leather case that is a disguise kit.
Oh,
So basically, just pulling back the curtain a little bit on how this is going to work. These items I took straight from like the equipment lists of D&D. Some of them are higher value than others. But for the purposes of what we're doing here with these items, we are going to say that these items are all special. In that sense, the items that normally would only cost 5 gold are going to really have a value of something of 50 gold, which is the highest value that one of these items have. They are all worth 50 gold, because even if the item itself may seem ordinary, there's going to be some homebrew stuff as to what the actual effects of that thing will do, if that makes sense.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all very special items. Not necessarily magical, but special.
Hey, all right.
So you
That's
each get to
cool.
pick one item. If you'd like me to read them out again, I can.
Oh, so it's the Bloodstone and the Disguise Kit, and then what else?
The Alchemist Fire, which is like a
Alchemist-
Molotov, a slender vial perfume, and then the jug of Drain Lily that tastes like your favorite drink, but it has side effects. Is that right?
Poison. Poison.
Yes.
It's a poison.
It does a
essentially.
couple different things. I think one of the things that Dream Lily does is when normally you would drop down to 0 hit points, you stay at 1.
Oh wow.
However, there are, like I said, there are side effects and drawbacks. But I can get you the actual literature on what it does later. But yeah, you guys can either... I'll leave it up to you. You guys can roll sort of like an item initiative to see who goes first if you want, or you can just start grabbing. I really don't care.
I think that the amount of chaos that can happen if Zana were to be responsible for the disguise kit
Yeah,
is something I want to see one day.
I have to agree.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so
Disguise
Zana, are you grabbing the
kit.
disguise kit?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, grab it.
Added to my inventory.
Probably take the drink of the lily.
Oh, you're taking the... Okay.
You're taking the lily?
Dream Lily.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Goody Two-Shoes.
Right?
He's probably thinking like, will this remind him of home? Or maybe it's something he hasn't even tasted yet that he didn't know could be so good.
I think
Okay.
the party arsonist has to take the alchemist fire. It just feels too
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Cool.
The thing I love the most about what you said just now is the party arsonist is 2 people.
There are 2 arsonists.
There's 2.
The druidic arsonist will take the alchemist
there are
fire.
technically
The
2
one-
arsonists, but one who plays into it more.
Yeah.
The
One-
one that did it on
Lets
purpose.
arson determine a lot of their style, their fashion.
Yeah.
The one that did it on purpose.
That's true.
But yeah, I'll take the
after
alchemist
you-
fire.
Perfect. After you guys take the items, he closes the trunk shut, scoots it back, covers it over with some cloth, and walks you guys back downstairs. And once you guys are back in the lobby area, sort of like the main room of the Sundries, he opens the door for the 3 of you to exit, and he looks at the 3 of you, and with a very serious look on his face, he says, "The 3 of you have gone into Croyburn Manor and survived. You have gone into the Valley of Bones and survived. Do me a favor. If you ever meet Commander Thracius Tau, kill him.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I can do that. No problem. And she just has the most serious, dead look on her face. Like, yeah, this fucker. Like, no. She does not.
I'll give him like a non-committal, like, if we can help, we'll try.
Well, all I say is he better not cross my path. That's for sure.
He staggers at you, Marko, and says, he will not show mercy to you.
Well, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right.
Marko, you saw what he
leans
did.
in close. He leans in close, Marko. This guy's not nearly as tall or intimidating as you are. This guy leans in at you and says, tell that to the people who saw that column of smoke rising and knew that it was the ashes of their loved ones.
Marko, just say yes. Just say yes.
Marko's just staring back at him, unable to even comprehend that level of like brutality. Can't even wrap his head around it. And just goes like, yeah.
And he closes the door behind you. And you guys can see through the window that he immediately sits down behind his little desk area and is just sort of caressing the amulet.
I think we should tell Lionel about this man's situation. He seems awfully intense about this whole thing.
I don't.
It's as you guys walk away from the sundries that there's a sound of raised voices. A large number of people. And you look over in the direction of the Groggy Bee.
Oh, no.
And there's a small crowd of people out in front.
God. Oh, what now?
Hi.
Go check it out. Go see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as the three of you walk away from the Sundries building and walk back over to the Groggy Bee, you can see that there's a collection of farmers and shepherds, most of whom you recognize from just going into the Groggy Bee. But you also know that this is an odd time of day for people to be gathering. It's not quite time for the evening crowd. Those several hours have passed in total between your trip to the grave site and your trip to the Sundries. It's late afternoon by this point, and you can see, without having to roll for it, that there are two figures standing sort of on the porch of the Groggy Bee, sort of excitedly shouting. And you can see that one of the two people is Auguste Millet, and the other figure is someone you don't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Marko, can you help me? I can't see. She's trying to, like, imagine there's a bunch of people.
You have to pick me up.
Absolutely. Like, just instinctively kneels over.
That's
Get on,
awesome.
Puts her
Get
on
on
my
his shoulders.
shoulders.
Can we hear like what they're yelling about?
Like one hand on
yeah.
one of her legs, trying to keep her steady, and the other hand like with his hand above his brows, just like trying to look closer.
I can imagine, like, right now, I can imagine, like, her legs are, like, over his shoulders, and she's just, like, looking over his head and probably trying to, like, grip onto his shoulders so she doesn't, like, fall off.
Like Ratatouille.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's my Remy.
That's awesome. And you guys can hear Auguste Millet. Even though his voice is loud and he's shouting, he doesn't seem angry. He seems impassioned. And he says, "Now is the time. Now is the time. The wolf has been spotted, and together we can protect this town." And then the other figure pipes up. This figure with a bald head and a black beard says,
Yes, as long as we work together, the wolf won't stand a chance.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Is this really something to mob over? Maybe we could offer our help. We're certainly equipped for a singular wolf.
Well, if
and
it's not...
Auguste Millet says,
What is?
Auguste
Oh,
Millet
God.
says,
I've already had a talk with Bracewell about the location of where our hunt should begin. And as long as we work together and stay vigilant, no wolves will enter Montrace. There may not be a Croyburn alive to keep this town safe, but as long as we have their memory and their legacy, we will not disappoint them.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Let's not let them get carried away.
What are we
The
supposed
other-
to do?
the bald figure with the beard says,
If we stand apart on this issue, it may be your sheep next, but if we all work together, we can stand up to this threat.
And you
I
just
think
hear,
that's
sort of-
the worst sentiment.
you just, there's some applause. The crowd is some of them are confused, some of them are pretty fired up, but for the most part, it's not unruly. No one's angry or anything like that. Again, it's more just impassioned, like a sort of coming together.
So the wolf has returned, and they're gonna go after it.
I kind of want to go up there.
I kind of want to ask a question.
I kind of want to go up there where these two
Guys,
guys are standing.
the world is your playground. Go for it.
I'm just gonna be like, Evren, you're not afraid of a bunch of eyes on you, crowds.
No, I don't care what people think about me. Go ahead.
Oh, good, because I'm gonna need I need a little bit of motivation.
Okay. Come on, big guy, let's go. And she'll pat his shoulder.
Marko, what are you doing?
We came here to help people. We can't let them go on a hunt that could result in someone getting hurt or worse, killed.
It's just one wolf, Marko.
Zana,
They don't know that.
you're way too casual about all of this. I just want you to know that.
Come on.
Evren, I keep saying it because we keep doing it. We're kind of awesome.
We can't get cocky.
That's
And
what
I'm saying that.
Zana. That's what I'm saying, Zana. We are awesome. These shepherds, they're not so awesome.
Oh.
And they're gonna need our help.
Okay.
All right. And I'm just gonna go excuse me. I'll try and wade through the crowd.
I imagine-
If you have stage fright, that's sick.
I imagine that while Marco's going through the crowd, Evren's doing the Ratatouille thing and just holding on to his head, his hair. Not too tight, obviously, but
Right.
just stay on.
Steering where needed.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be step forward through the crowd and step up to meet this bald bearded man and Auguste and just be like, how you doing? I volunteer to slay this wolf along with my faithful companions.
Hi.
That's Evren's reaction.
We're more than equipped to deal with one simple wolf.
Auguste says,
Oh, it's the three of you. So glad you could make it. We were just talking about the wolf that my friend over here, Lyman Farrow, saw the other day at the Bracewell's estate, running around in broad daylight.
Oh, I'm just gonna set Evren down.
Shit. Oh.
What? Oh my
I think
god!
at that, Evren's face is gonna go bright red, like, and internally she's like, shit, 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 shit.
Oh my god!
Yes!
In the daytime, that's so wild.
We have also
Why?
caught wind of this wolf running amok.
Oh my god.
Most assuredly, we are more than ably equipped to deal with such a threat.
How
Please,
big was it?
allow us to take care of this issue.
Lyman turns towards you, Zana, and says,
He was massive.
She's just gonna like put her hand flat out to her side and start like putting it next to like various parts of her body. Like, well, how tall are we talking here? Like as tall as me, shorter than me.
he stares at you slack-jawed and just says,
I don't know exactly. It was running. It was moving like the wind.
God damn it.
Oh, probably pretty big. Okay.
and then Auguste says,
We'll begin by tracing it from where it was last seen.
Really, people, there's no need.
Have you
We'll
seen it
take
care of
since?
people in the crowd just started slow chant, kill the wolf, kill the wolf, kill the wolf. And they all start just walking off. Again, there's not like hundreds of them. There's maybe like 12 people who start walking off in the direction of the Bracewell family farm. And Auguste and Lyman following behind chanting. And Auguste just has the biggest smile on his face.
Please,
God damn
Auguste,
it, Auguste.
there's no need to cause a mob mentality. We can
They
take
all-
care of this nice and easy.
They
While you all stay
march off.
home.
They all march off in the direction of the Bracewell family farm and disappear into the distance,
Auguste, my
chanting
friend.
all the way.
They're gone, Mitchell. They're gone.
We gotta make sure they're all safe.
Hey, Marko. I don't think that wolf was real.
I'm very, very aware of the wolf they speak of. But we know there may be actual wolves afoot. The situation could be more dangerous than these people are prepared for.
As you say that, you guys, are having kind of a loud conversation on the porch of the Groggy Bee. All of a sudden, the door opens, and Eustace Tackle walks out, sort of sheepishly at first, and he says, "Well, that was loud. What did I miss?"
Wolf hunt. No biggie.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Looks like the villagers
know.
have finally decided to take action.
What, you mean Auguste?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and his new friend Pharaoh.
Oh, don't pay any heed to those guys. Every once in a while, this sort of thing happens. They all get themselves stirred up in a tizzy, they grab their pitchforks, they go off into the middle of nowhere, and they never find anything.
But there's something weird going on around here. They might find something, and it might not be anything they're prepared for.
Well, not to be rude, but if you're talking about the weird that you can see versus the weird you can't see, you guys might want to head inside to the Groggy Bee. I don't think the Peacekeeper's doing very well.
Did he come
He's
back?
Yeah, he got back all right, and he's been hitting the old grog there for a couple hours now.
I think with that, everyone's just gonna run inside without saying
We
anything.
we must speak with him. Perhaps he can do something. Plus,
Well,
we have
you
much
can
news
try-
to share.
You can try speaking to him. Good luck. And
Everyone's already
Eustace-
inside.
Yeah, Eustace steps off the porch as you guys enter the Groggy Bee. And you guys walk in, and with his back turned to the three of you, you see the Peacekeeper sitting sort of at the main bar area. And Selena sees the three of you walk in, sort of stares at you guys, and sort of nods her head sadly, and walks back into the back room.
I think Evren's gonna run over and be like, Peacekeeper, are
Mr.
you?
Kestrium?
Are you? Where have you been? Are you okay? And she's gonna climb up onto the chair next to him or near him or something. She's like concerned.
Yeah. He does not turn or move at all as you speak. He doesn't even really react to what you're saying. And you can see that he's just sort of staring down at the bottom of an empty cup.
Look back at Marko, be like, just give him a look of like, what do we do?
He's already going to find a tap and trying to get some water for him. And as he comes over with a couple glasses, if he can manage to find it, just be like, sir, we were out picking flowers, made some discoveries, including the recovery of a certain amulet, and we came back to town and noticed a mob forming. They're going on a hunt. If you're able, you must do something. Sir?
Any reaction?
As he's just looking at this like non-responsive person.
He turns towards you, just his head, and his eyes are pretty bloodshot, half closed, his mouth hanging open just a little bit, and he says, "What's the point? They're just gonna go off and do whatever they want."
Oh boy.
You don't have to care, sir, but please allow us the permission to intervene.
No. Let them run ragged over every stupid hill in this place.
I know they're a handful, sir, but we promise to keep them safe. Keep the peace, if you will.
What do you know about peace?
I know it's worth striving for.
Oh, yeah? Have you ever seen peace? Real peace.
No, but that's what keeps me going. That one day, maybe I will.
I thought the same 30 years ago. And look where it's gotten me and the rest of this God's forsaken town.
As it seems to me, you're quite the honorable man in a respectable position.
The sheep are missing. The courier is missing. The carnival is going to be hell again. And now August has the townspeople stirred up.
Well, then it looks like we have our work cut out for us.
When you close your eyes at night, you get to escape from all of this. I haven't had that luxury in years.
Plagued by nightmares, is it?
Same as old Gandymead. But I can't tell the priestess. Last night, in my dream, you know what I saw?
What?
Saw a huge
wolf standing on top of a hill with someone riding on top of it with a face made of metal.
Oh no.
And you know something? They started laughing at me. Both of them.
And what did you do about it? Did you try to fight, or did you... And he's very specific with his words. Or did you take the coward's way out?
Damn.
Damn.
Roll intimidation.
Damn, that's good.
Ooh.
That's real good.
Little sprinkle of the thing in there.
Yes! Yes! 19!
The peacekeeper falls off of his stool, clutching his chest, and he scoots back away from you.
Oh,
And he
not
says,
taking
Who told you?
Your little note that you ripped up.
You put us on this investigation, and we've been investigating. What exactly is going on, sir?
I didn't do anything.
And then
That
he
much seems
stands up
obvious.
and he dusts himself off and he unsteadily is leaning against the counter.
I'll probably help
And
him
says-
up, though.
He swats your hand away.
I can stand.
I see.
And then he makes his way to the doorway to head upstairs. And he turns back one last time to you, Marko, and he says, You want to know what I did in the dream?
Very much so.
I ran. And the crazy thing was, the wolf and the man riding on top didn't even chase after me. They just kept laughing.
And then he goes upstairs, out of sight.
Damn.
That man is going to have to face his fears, or we're going to have to face them for him.
This shouldn't be our responsibility. But it's becoming our responsibility because I care about this town and these people. And if he has something to do with all of this that will get them in trouble, I need to know about it.
Okay, it's at this point in the session where you guys have some choices here.
Yep.
You can wait here in the Groggy Bee with the intention of speaking to any NPC you may want to, or do any last end of day activities with any of your items, anything in your inventory you want to manage. You have this opportunity before the epilogue to do whatever it is you may want to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is not me telling you've missed anything. This is just me giving you the freedom to
Yeah.
do
just
whatever
what you
before
want.
we end, because we should
Yeah.
end.
I don't want to force something if you're not prepared for it, but I think Marko would definitely try to tail the mob and just make sure they're safe.
Sure. So it's almost comical because you walk outside and you can see that Auguste Millet and Lyman, they're like halfway between the town and the Bracewell's farm, and you can see that they have like a parchment or something and the crowd of people behind them. And you can just see that everybody's like bickering and pointing in different directions. And this continues for like an hour. And then as light begins to fade, a bunch of the people in the mob just sort of walk away and head to the Groggy Bee.
That's good. That might be for the best. No telling what they'll do. If they have the chance to try this again, though.
Before everyone gets back, Evren wants to talk to Selena for a second, if that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
She's at the bar just chilling.
I think she'll because I think everyone would have gotten like a small handful of flowers, enough for like the grave, but also to bring back. And she'll be like, hey, Selena, you have a minute? I don't want to interrupt your work.
Sure, honey, what is it?
So we went and got the flowers. Thank you, by the way, for the advice. That was really helpful. And we were able to put them on the grave. We actually saw Dahlia there. We were respectful, and she let us put them there and everything, and then we left her. But, here, and then she's gonna get one of the flowers out and, like, hand it towards her. I got an extra one for you, because you've been so nice and kind and gracious to us. I wanted to thank you. And flowers are kind of the only way I know how to show thanks, because I'm all, and she'll kind of gesture to herself.
Selena puts one hand over her heart and grasps the flower and says, "Oh, thank you, honey. That wasn't necessary, but this is so kind of you."
It's okay. I like giving flowers to people, so I thought that would be something. So.
You wouldn't mind if I pressed this one in a book, would you?
No, not at all.
Thank you. I like the smell that it leaves on the pages.
It smells really nice. That one especially. Oh, look. I have this book, and then she'll pull out her book that she put her sketches in. Whenever I come across a new flower and she'll slide it towards her, I draw it and then put it in here. That way I remember what it looks like, because I can actually Druid craft. So I don't know, maybe if I ever leave, if and when I ever leave, I'll remember. So it's silly, but I like it. So
You've got quite the talent.
thank you. I've been doing it since I was a kid, so I've had plenty of practice. But yeah, that's it. And then she'll spin the journal back around and put it back. I just thought it might be something nice. So.
Well, before you leave town, there are some very interesting flowers here in Montrace as well. You might want to check out before you leave.
Wait, really? And then her eyes are gonna light up. Where? And then she's gonna get her notebook back out, and then she's gonna get something to write with, and then where is it? And she's gonna write down the location, whatever Selena tells her.
It's one of my personal favorites.
Mm-hmm.
They usually grow around the base of the mountains. Very resilient. Most people wouldn't even bat an eye at them. People don't use them for practically anything. People don't think that they're beautiful. But the fact that they can survive at the base of the mountain, that's what makes them beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, what do they look like?
Well, they're 3-petaled,
Mm-hmm.
yellow coloration, red pollen.
Okay.
And they're called jester shoes.
Okay. Gesture shoes?
Yes, because they sit at the feet of the royals. You get it?
Oh, I see. That's clever. Yeah. And both Evren and I are both writing this down, so we remember later.
For sure.
Red pollen jester shoes. Okay. Jester shoes. 3 petals, yellow color, and red pollen at the base of the mountains. Is that right?
You got it.
Perfect. And then she'll finish writing it, smile, and then close her book. I will keep an eye out for those. Thank you.
Awesome. Anything else before we end?
Mm-mm. That was it for me.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Alrighty. We will end with this epilogue.
Oh boy.
As you pull the blankets up to your chin, you realize that you pity Lionel. Though you are a criminal, you feel worse for him and his troubles. Meanwhile, in a cave far away, a bellowing howl echoes out and off the rocks of the moors. And that is where we will end our session.
Hey, all right.